Hi everybody, my name is Osgood Perkins and I'm the writer and director of The Monkey.
The Monkey is strikingly different from director Osgood Perkins' last film, Longlegs, a grisly, ultra-serious serial killer thriller that was the sleeper hit of the summer. Eschewing that film's ultra-dark and foreboding vibe, The Monkey is bug-nuts insane, with a deliberately campy, gore-soaked flick which will undoubtedly be a love-it-or-hate-it kind of thing for genre fans. It seems destined for future cult status, as it will certainly play to a more niche audience than Longlegs. Still, the people who love it may help turn it into a midnight movie perennial, making this a fun one to go see on the big screen with a very enthusiastic audience. So in this one, as children, two twin brothers find their father's old wind-up toy monkey, and it turns out that the monkey carries a terrible curse, as every time they wind it up, someone random will die a horrible, horrible death. 25 years later, the monkey once again enters the lives of the now estranged twins, played by Theo James, wreaking grisly havoc around anyone who gets too close to them. So, Osgood Perkins is definitely aiming for a darkly comic vibe here, wanting audiences to laugh at his excessiveness rather than scream, which in a way is similar to the recent breakout smash The Substance. I wouldn't say that movie was scary, I'd say it was hilarious, but it definitely didn't disappoint on a horror level either. This movie kind of scratches the same kind of itch. It's among the goriest films in recent memory, with absolutely nothing safe from the monkey's wrath, including men, women, children, and yes, even babies. Yet it's all done in such a heightened way that it's more amusing than it is truly terrifying. This heightened vibe extends to Perkins' cast, with Theo James having a whale of a time as Hal and Bill, the grown-up versions of the young twins who find the monkey, with Sweet Tooth's Christian Convery playing them in a lengthy prelude. Watching James here, I was reminded of Dan Stevens when he made The Guest, not necessarily because the roles are similar, but because of how different the part is from anything he's ever played before. With his posh English accent and good looks, James is often cast as a heartthrob, and effectively at that, with him recently quite good on Netflix's The Gentleman. Here he's very convincing as both the mousy Howl, who's a deadbeat dad trying to reconnect with his teen son, and especially as the demented Bill, which allows him to go over the top in a way he never has before. James really looks like he's having the time of his life, and the vibe is infectious. The Monkey is definitely a great vehicle for Theo James, although Tatiana Maslany steals scenes in the first part of the movie as Hal and Bill's sarcastic mother, who's unfazed by the gruesome deaths that start happening around her kids, and even somewhat bemused by the excessiveness of some of them. My only issue is that the comic vibe of The Monkey is at best when it doesn't try too hard, as a moment with Elijah Wood, who makes a cameo, feels a little too obviously silly and at odds with the rest of the movie. Of course, genre fans will want to know if the movie delivers on the gore front. Rest assured, this is one of the goriest movies you'll ever want to see, with something like 60 people being killed in horrible, horrible ways. I mean, you see bodies smashed up and turned into viscera in ways that still surprise me, despite more than 3 decades worth of horror movies under my belt. If anything, what impressed me the most about The Monkey, though, was that Perkins could make 2 such strikingly different horror movies in less than a year, with a third movie actually on the way, without ever feeling like a throwaway. Perkins, as we all know, is the son of the late, great Anthony Perkins, who in addition to starring as Norman Bates in Psycho, also wrote one of the great camp thrillers of the 70s, The Last of Sheila, which is a movie that is really well worth seeing if you haven't checked it out. I feel like if Perkins was still around and he saw The Monkey, man, he would have gotten the biggest kick out of it. So if you're like me and you like a little intentional camp thrown into your genre flicks now and then, The Monkey is just for you. And I give it a very solid 8 out of 10, just because the gore is so friggin' memorable.
That's enough.
Come on, baby, let's have some fun.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.